thinking, Nicole, and I'm outside probably for the last time. I'm going to mention two real quick things at first before I get on with it. I'm sitting in a different spot in the highway. I can literally see the semis going by, so I hope I hope you guys don't pick up too much interference from that noise. And second night of getting really bad sleep, so yeah, I kind of look like I just woke up from a nap, but I didn't. I actually went to work and came home, yada yada. And I want to say one more thing before I get into my two main topics. I want to apologize to those of you that have been following me based on me talking about the Mandela Effect and how I started the second series, the reactions to distractions. I know that that's not a thing for everybody. Um, I haven't. My main reason for doing that is since I fell down the Mandela Effect rabbit hole uh, over a year ago, I felt like I have been going through steps. And every time I do a step and I'm in that step for a while, I'm doing the right thing, but then I feel like I'm supposed to do something else. And so then I do that. And I've gone through different steps. And then I got to a point where I felt like I'm not making any kind of a difference. I felt, I mean, I know that you guys, I'm helping you guys, or helping new subscribers, or to people that are just learning about the Mandela Effect. I'm helping you guys with that. But I felt like I needed to do something else, and I feel like I need to raise my voice so you can hear me because it's so loud. I felt like I needed to do something else to wake people up. And I know that in previous videos I've talked about how when you see stuff going on around you in the world, you see it, observe it, but don't take it in, and don't feel the fear and all of that type of thing. And that's what I've always lived by. And now with that new series, I'm having to delve into this stuff, deeper. So it's hard for me. It really, really is hard for me. I'm trying to stick with it because, even if I'm not getting that many views or comments, because I don't know, I feel like my next step is I don't know, to somehow wake some people. There's so many people that are sleeping, and that's the only thing I can think to do. I don't know what else to do besides get up on a rooftop like a crazy person and scream, "Wake up!" So that is my reason for doing that. And I'm for those of you that don't like that sort of thing, then just, obviously don't watch them. Just watch these or whatever. So anyways, I wanted to talk about two things. And the reason, and I've talked about them in previous videos, the reason I'm going to bring them up again now is because they are a little bit different. The first one is dreams. Now, I've talked a couple times about, weird dreams that I've had, very lucid, very vivid dreams that seemed like, I don't know, I've heard people mention, the whole, the word download and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what they were. But anyways, the newest thing with me, and I've heard a lot of people mentioning the same thing within the past couple weeks in Facebook groups and stuff like that, about having a dream and being awake at the same time. This has been going on probably with me maybe the past 3 weeks, where literally, like, it's not like I'm, sleeping, dreaming, and yet think I'm awake. I am literally, my brain is doing two things at once. I am laying in bed, trying to fall asleep. My brain is racing, thinking about all the stupid stuff that it thinks about when I'm supposed to be going to sleep. And then I'll be having a dream at the same time. And then all of a sudden, the part of me that's thinking will realize that and start to kind of dissect the dream, and then go, whoa, wait a minute, how is this even possible? Because how can this be? And so I'm curious if any of you guys have been experiencing. There's a bunch of geese going overhead. Sorry. If any of you guys have been experiencing the same thing, because that's really, to me, that's how can your brain do that? I kind of looked online a little bit, to see if that's possible, if there's, some kind of syndrome to that. And the first thing I thought of, because your brain waves are different frequencies. And I've been very fascinated since the whole Mandela Effect, when I'm trying to come up with a theory and trying to piece things together. I've been very fascinated with frequencies. And knowing, that your brain, the different, the beta and the delta and all of that, they work on different frequencies. So I thought, well, maybe, with the Earth's frequency, the Schumann resonance being very, very dramatic, and the possibility that our frequency is raising and whatnot, maybe that could have something to do with it. That we're working on, our brain, and it's so hard to put into words. Our brain, our body, ourselves are trying to piece the frequencies together, and so somehow the brain is able to do the two different things at once. I don't know. I did find, and I left, you guys can't see it, I left it up so I wouldn't forget, in my research, so I'm looking on my little web page there. I found an interesting little line when I was trying to find this out, and it said, rule of thumb, any process, I'm going to lean way in here so I can see this. Any process that changes your perception changes your brain waves. I thought that was kind of interesting. So anyways, enough on that one. The second thing I wanted to bring up, and I think I have mentioned this before, is that whole feeling of, and this seems to be another trend that is happening, and it keeps going in waves, is where you feel like everything's tilting, like you're walking sideways, like like the earth is tilted and you're trying to walk the other way or something like that. About 2.5 weeks ago, I had the worst. I went to bed fine. I slept really good. It wasn't, I didn't have my bout of insomnia. I got up out of bed and literally the whole entire world just went like this. And I literally fell into the wall. Like literally. I had to hold on to the wall. I had to hold on to the bed. And I had to go to work. And I'm walking along and I just kept crashing into the wall and holding on to everything. And it was trippy. And I ended up having to leave work because I'm standing behind the counter and people are asking me, I'm having to lean over to grab this, and any time that I moved, I felt like I was going to fall flat on the floor. It was kind of hard to, it was vertigo, really, really bad vertigo. And it was kind of hard to explain to, the person in charge that, yeah, I can't be here because I feel like I'm going to fall over and I have no idea why. But that continued. The first thing I thought, I tried to be logical. First thing I thought, maybe my ears, maybe there, something with my ear. So I was doing the peroxide in my ear like 3 times a day, and it did gradually improve. So maybe it could be that, but I'm bringing it up because this isn't the first time, and I've heard a lot of other people say the same thing. And I'm still getting it now, not as bad, but it'll just hit me in a sort of wave. I'll be just standing there fine, and then all of a sudden, I just feel like I'm, whew, and it's usually to the right. I feel like I am just, everything is just going like this, and it's really weird. So I also wanted to know if any of you guys have experienced an increase in that. And the fact that it was for so long. It literally lasted about 2 weeks. It was really bad for the first day or two, and then it was manageable. Like I could go about my life and whatnot as long as I didn't turn a certain way too fast and that type of thing. But yeah, those were the two main things that I wanted to ask you guys about, was the dreams. Have any of you experienced where you sleep, where you're in bed, you're trying to go to sleep, you're relaxing, you're thinking about stuff, and then all of a sudden you realize you are dreaming at the same time, and you're conscious of it. And then also the whole, you're walking sideways and the world seems like it's falling over. So anyways, on that note, I hope that y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.